Many know me as Vice, the DJ collecting travel miles around the world, rocking clubs night after night. What you may not know is that I'm a native Angelino, self-described foodie, people connector, and enjoy driving new friends to experience the come up on some good tacos in the city I proudly call home. From the valley to the west side to everywhere in between, this is Electric Taco.
Drama!
I realized I didn't even know how to open this spaceship door.
What's up, man? Welcome aboard the spaceship, the Electric Taco spaceship.
I like it.
Strap in. We're about to take off.
I feel nice and at home here.
You've been in a Tesla before?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I think maybe one time and I was in the back seat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, welcome aboard. First question I'm going to jump into.
Please.
Right now, what'd you have for breakfast?
For breakfast, I had scrambled eggs.
Egg whites?
Bacon. No, I'm not that healthy.
Okay.
I'm trying to get there. And bacon and
turkey bacon or regular
biscuit.
bacon?
Good old-fashioned regular bacon, yeah.
Okay, good. You moved to LA at what age?
Right at the end of 18. 1 month left of 18.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a good time, though. I mean, to get to LA at that age and be like, were you pumped to be out here? Like,
I was pumped, but it seems so like crazy. Like Akron, Ohio is really small and calm and like nothing going on. And so the moment I graduated, I knew I didn't want to stay there for those reasons.
Yeah.
And so I moved here pretty much right away. I moved here in November. Graduated July, had a really bad head injury skateboarding. Knocked myself out for 4 days.
concussion.
Concussion on both sides from my brain bouncing, and then skull fracture, brain bleeding. You know when they have to cut people's skull out to let it swell? So I was right on the edge of that. Like they did the final CAT scan. They said if it hasn't stopped bleeding, we're gonna have to take a section out. So my whole life, it was like as soon as I graduated, I'm moving to LA to be a pro skater. I would say like around 16, 17, I started to realize that maybe I wasn't good enough. 18, smacked my head off the ground, realized there's no chance, but I still just followed through with the plan because I knew I didn't want to live in Ohio. So I thought like maybe I'll work at a skate shop or maybe I'll, like work at a skate company. But really like when I was moving, I always tell people this because it's pretty crazy, but like my wildest dreams were to live in a 1-bedroom apartment in LA and work in the skateboard industry. Like that was it.
That was it.
Like I peaked. Like the thought of like living in a house or any of this weird stuff that I'm doing now, it was like it wasn't even not an expectation, it wasn't even a dream. But I think where people really screw themselves is when their expectations get ahead of their like realities or their work ethics, right?
Yeah.
So I think that luckily for me, I only set my sights as far as I kind of had a plan on how to get there.
Yeah.
I never just became like this weird delusional guy who was like, yeah, I'm going to be rich one day, but I'm working at a skate shop.
But I feel that you're the type of dude that's like, okay, cool, I hit here, but I don't want to be comfortable. What's next?
100%.
In a sense, it's a hustler's drug, right? We want to keep going.
And that's why I think like as I'm trying to mature a little bit, you realize that in theory, the obstacle is the reward and the struggle is the whatever. That's like, right, the philosophy behind it is you don't get better at achieving, you get better at struggling. Right?
Yeah.
You enjoy the struggle better.
Yep. So were you struggling as a producer? Because that's how I met you. Mm-hmm. I want to say I met you first as Drama Beats the producer.
That's so true.
In your little lab, in your cave.
Yep. Now whenever my friends make fun of me, they call me Drama Beats. It was a huge struggle.
But that's the next phase. Okay, I'm in LA, I'm meeting rappers, I'm meeting these people. Like, is this being on TV?
It was kind of simultaneous. So what happened was I moved here, was trying to figure it all out. Then I started working for my cousin Rob as his assistant, but I knew that was miserable. So then we started shooting Robin Big, which ended up becoming this hit, but we had no idea.
You're like a kid when that started though, right? You look young as hell.
And I was making no money. The first season I made $0.
But you didn't even care, right? Like it's not like you're like, oh, I'm on TV, I need to get paid. Like
I didn't even understand what the hell was happening.
Yeah.
I was like, well, we're filming an MTV show, and then all of a sudden like people are kind of recognizing you, and it's just like, what the hell? I built a studio at the Fantasy Factory.
Yep,
so
I remember going there. That was where I met you, I think. Yeah.
So I'm there every night till 4 a.m, really like acting like a producer. But the people in the studio were literally Big Sean, Iggy, Kendrick Lamar.
What?
God, Miguel. But they were all just the young guys. They're like my friends were bringing around. And they're like, yeah, you guys should work. Like, Kendrick came to the studio like 5 times and never recorded. We never asked him to record. It was never even like,
he was just
he's this guy that just got signed to Interscope from Compton. Like,
wow.
Cool. Yeah.
So now the show is moving along, the brand's moving along, and does this take you away from the music and the fashion and everything? And take you away from the music and throw you just into a fashion world now? And you're like, okay, burritos didn't work and now I'm over here?
So as Young and Reckless started working, now I'm filming TV all day, trying to do some clothing stuff, and then I'm in the studio until 3 or 4 in the morning at night, and nothing was working together. It was all like 3 separate lives. So as music got more and more frustrating, Young and Reckless started working more and more, and that's when I just made the transition. Okay, so the music, I would say all in all, was borderline a fail, right? Because I put a lot of money into building that studio. I put a lot of money into, I was paying other producers and my friend Sterling and whatever to be a part of like my team. So I kind of built a team a little too quick and I put a lot of money out. I would say that I might be still a little bit in debt from the music hustle or I might have broken even.
Yeah.
And then even when I started Young and Reckless, I gave a huge portion of the business away to somebody who was my old partner.
Yeah.
And they ended up, not working out pretty quickly, and so I ended up having to pay them a lot of money to buy them out of Young and Reckless, and so that was another kind of fail. I've had investments that have just not been anything, and I went a little too hard because I thought I was a big investor now. I thought like, oh yeah, we're doing this, check this out, look at this check I can write.
I want a piece of this, I want a piece of that.
Yeah, you just want to sound cool.
When you get over those humps and you look back, you're like, I'm kind of glad that happened to me just to keep teaching me these lessons.
Yeah.
Like when things just keep coming so easily and coming so good, you're you think you'll bet down even bigger and then you'll lose big, right?
It's so crucial. I just think that I made a decent amount of money, at a relatively young age, and so I made some big gambles and some big bets, that like, if you really looked at my scoreboard, there's probably a few things that you're like, holy shit, like, you're an idiot.
I'm gonna switch things up because I know how hungry you are from all the losses now. Let's talk about something happy and get tacos. Yeah. We're in the city that we both live in. We're in LA, and we're about to get our tacos on. Tacos way, we're here. Tacos time. It's 2 a.m. and cold outside. Is it too late to come? I can't even sleep at night, 'cause it's 3 a.m. I'm parked outside. I'm walking to your door. And we back.
We are back.
Oh man, what was your favorite taco?
Tell me what it was called again. Tacos Way?
Tacos Way. It's like it's a play on a taco and a quesadilla, like a mulita. I would add that to my taco list, Tacos Way.
Agreed.
One of your big new steps, I feel that's definitely not a fail, is your podcast.
Yeah.
Short story long.
Yep.
Dope idea.
Thank you.
Dope concept.
Thank you.
I had a good time being a guest on it.
Yeah, you killed it.
You
killed it.
How did that idea even come about?
It really came about because I think after, I did all these years of TV, right?
Yeah.
Which was really fun, but it wasn't like, it didn't show who I was very well, right? I was kind of just like a secondary character, and I always would have been, right? So when that ended and I obviously had a little bit more time, I started thinking about building my own brand and talking about the stuff that I like, and what that really is entrepreneurship. What I really thought of, like, at the foundation of who I am is I'm just a kid from Akron, Ohio, who didn't go to college, who moved to LA and started a business, right? And did some investing, and it's been more wins than losses.
Right.
So I want to inspire more people to do that, because I noticed, like I said, my wildest dream was to live in a 1-bedroom apartment and work at a skate shop. Now look at what I'm doing, and that's only because of soaking in information and whatever. So if I can pass that information along.
Have you ever had a mentor before? Like now you have a life coach, but have you ever had a mentor, like someone that you're like, I can pick up the phone and ask them questions for Young and Reckless or for, life or anything like that? Did you ever open up yourself to that?
So I'd say I went through phases. Like, I had mentors that I didn't really know were mentors, meaning like my cousin Rob was obviously a huge inspiration.
Right.
D, my business partner in the clothes, learned a lot from him. And then like literally a handful of other people that I learned from and watched. Our friend Anthony Soleil,
dude, bro.
His music knowledge is insane. You know, like, so there's all these different people, but it hasn't been until recently that I realized, like, you know, you call these people and ask them questions. I've gotten better at asking questions as I got older. I think when I was younger, just like everyone, it's like you're secretly learning, but you don't want to ask too many questions because you don't want to sound stupid. Where now I'll literally just call, you know, if I have an idea for, like, the other day I was thinking, how do I turn Short Story Long podcast into more of like a TV structured, like better structured content series. So I just called up Rob and said, hey, how would you do this? You know, and they'll tell you.
And
like
just
people
give you the info.
And just said, here's what I would do. If you ask the question right, a lot of people want to have the conversation, you know? So
is there someone you're searching for to get on the podcast? Like, you have a hit list? Like, I need to get this person on the podcast? Or is it like...
I mean, I guess the ultimate one is Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Yep.
So Barack, if you're watching the taco show,
Barack, if by any
bring
chance,
it on, right?
Just hit me up, man.
What's the balance in Drama's life? Like, do you have a balance that you're like, you kind of mentioned when we were eating tacos that you're starting to meditate.
Yeah. So
is
I'm
that
trying
bringing
to
the balance into your life?
Yeah. I'd say where I'm at in my life is this. Like, I've never really had good balance at all. It's always been very work oriented. But also keep in mind, my work is like, you know, the clothing business, and it's a very fun like atmosphere, right? But as I'm getting a little older, I'm realizing the need for more balance. But I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have so I don't have that many obligations.
No kids.
Like, I'm fucking I can do whatever.
You got to be careful. In LA, you're like a meal ticket right now.
I am. Hot ticket item.
Got your own crib?
Yep.
No kids?
Nope. Good credit? Yep.
Never been married?
Good job? Yep. Never married. No baggage.
Wow.
Great relationship
Tattoos?
with my parents who are still together. Tattoos.
No more cornrows?
No more cornrows. Never again.
I see you're in a new mental state overall. Like,
thank you.
Doing this podcast, like, it's and even when you're out, even when I run you, you have a different
that's cool,
energy to you.
That's really
I
cool.
can see it. Like, I legit can see it.
That's huge.
Does that help you understand who to surround yourself with?
Yes.
And have you clipped off some negative out of your life?
Yeah, so I think that how my brain has sort of evolved is not only have I tried to just get a little bit more like, you know, aware, for lack of a better word, and like sort of centered and grounded. Like when I moved here from Akron, Ohio with cornrows and got thrown into a TV show and all this stuff, like, you don't even know how to decipher all the things that are coming at you.
That's nuts.
And you're going out and people are recognizing you, and it's so crazy. You know, like, I couldn't imagine. So it made me very anxious and very on edge and very unsure.
Yeah.
What's happened now is I've become a little bit more like centered and grounded and whatever. And like, I just realized how much more is in my power. Like, you don't realize how much people can suck the life out of you, the energy out of you, until you realize that you can just stop hanging out with those type of people.
Right.
You know, because you don't think about it when you're younger. You just do what you're doing.
You just do and you kick it. And what do you tell young drama? What do you tell young drama? Like when you're about to...
That's good.
You're
that's
about
my
to
big
get...
ender, and I don't ever
have
get
you
asked
been asked?
It. No.
What's young drama like? Yo, like, I'm going to... Even before where you're like, I'm going to be the pro skater.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this before you cracked your head.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I would say for me especially, it's like, slow down, like calm down.
Yeah.
Like, be smart, learn about what you want to do, go about things the right way. You know the difference between right and wrong.
Right.
Sometimes you might just be a little too in a rush or a little too whatever, and you just, you know what I mean? Like, just slow it down, take a moment, do the right thing, treat people well, and educate yourself, and you're gonna have a great life.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
kind of that easy.
It actually is that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that simple. I wish that people could just maybe get that as their first tattoo.
For real. Like at age 6. Like, here you go, little Johnny.
Tattoo it down.
Just remember
No, good energy attracts good energy, and I definitely am appreciative to even have your energy on Electric Taco.
Thank you, man.
I think that it's a very true statement when I said your shift has been seen by many, and with the podcast, like,
that means so much.
It's only getting bigger and growing.
Thank you.
I actually have Barack's number, so I'm gonna hit him, check in with the homie, see if we can get him on one of these episodes.
Barack, can't wait, man.
My man Drama,
Man.
aka Chris,
Thank you,
old school
brother.
Drama Beats, Electric Taco, we did it. We out. Hey, what's up? It's Vice. Thanks for watching Electric Taco. More episodes to come. More feedback from you is what I need. Comment, like, subscribe, hit me. and I'll hit you with 1,000 tacos for life, every day, free, no charge. Just kidding, or not.